we're doing the weigh-in today. I'm curious to hear that. Did you see Artie on Jimmy Kimmel?
No, I was kind of busy this weekend, so
He was
I
great.
missed him.
He was great. He was great. You did a great job, Art. Sorry, Artie's got food. He's carrying in.
Hey, what's
well,
up, guys?
he had to stop to eat.
I'm sorry. Howard, by the way, thanks for that message. That was so nice of you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
got in late last night, and that's, you know what it's like doing those shows. It's great to hear when somebody calls you like that.
Did anybody else call you? Because it was a great appearance.
I got a bunch of calls, yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
What did Artie do?
He was just great. He was just telling different stories and being funny, and it was very, very, very good banter between him and Jimmy. And,
Yeah, Howard left me a real nice message.
It was a top performance on a talk show. I mean,
very nice.
It was very relaxed. Very relaxed. Like, Artie was, it appeared you were ad-libbing most of the time, and I'm sure you weren't, but it appeared that way, you know?
In the beginning, I was. Again, it's just easier if you're friends with these people. I'm very friendly with Jimmy.
Say, do you really need to do a pre-interview with the Kimmel people? Because he's a big fan, and, you know him really well.
I do a pre-interview, but like Howard said, it's easier to go off the book when you know the guy.
Here, I'll play you some Artie on there. I'll play you the whole thing if you want. Let's see. JD page 1. All right. Here's the Jimmy Kimmel Show with Jimmy introducing Artie.
Now, is this Friday night?
This is Friday night.
Very nice.
Now, you want to keep going, or you want to hear more?
Artie's killing.
Well, the setup was they had, for St. Patrick's Day, they had a little midget run across the stage as a leprechaun right before I came out. And you were right, that was all ad-lib. I saw the midget and I thought of that story.
Right. No, it's good. It's good. That's good stuff.
But that's something I would never do at Letterman.
Really?
I'd be too scared to do
Just go off book like that?
Right.
That's
with
the problem.
Letterman not knowing what's going to happen?
It is the problem, because they're at work, but God forbid I did that at Letterman and it didn't work. Holy shit, I think it'll be the last time I'd be there.
Letterman gives you one of those icy stares?
Yeah.
Were you drinking during the performance?
Yeah, again, that's the other thing with Jimmy's show. It's a fucking, it's a bar. The green room is a bar.
So that cup was filled with alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, not filled with it. I had one Jack and Water on my way in, and, I had some friends stop by. Sam Simon stopped by. He had wine. It's like you're at a cocktail party.
Right.
And, they put
Except
booze
you got to go work.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you got 2 segments.
Yeah, that was the other.
No, he's got a whole other segment, right?
To be a lead guest, you get 2 segments. That was the other.
We already discussed my impending nuptials.
Is that
See,
right?
there, Jimmy ambushed me.
You didn't know that was coming up?
No, he really wanted to talk about that. So I was like, I don't know.
Jimmy's completely fascinated by that.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Why would
he's trying to figure out how to get out of it.
No, Sarah doesn't want to get married.
That's
because,
what he said.
No. I've had conversation with her. She goes, I will not get married until gay people can get married. She's very adamant about it. Like, she's not kidding. But you want to hear more?
Sure. I mean, I want to hear what Artie had to say about your engagement.
As far as the engagement goes, your boss, Howard Stern, is engaged to be married.
Yeah. He's getting married to a hot broad, man.
Yes, Beth is a very, very nice dude.
Beautiful girl. He found a lucky. He got lucky because she's sweet. It's hard to find that.
Yeah.
Beth was very pleased. She just wanted to hear what you had to say about her. She didn't care about.
Yeah, trash him all you want. Just say, man.
Right.
Did he say something?
I've only come across whores who want my money.
No, that's not true.
I stepped on a good line there. That was a good one that Artie had. Artie's only come across whores who want his money.
That's awful to say.
It's funny. It's
trying to
be
get
funny.
I know that isn't true, Artie. But the thing about it is that Howard said he would never, ever, ever get married again.
I know.
And then he said he wouldn't get married until gay people could get married. But now he's engaged, and at least the presumption is that he is going to get married.
I told him to make it even more definite. Like, say, I'm not going to get married until gay people can have children. This way, medically, it just will never happen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he seems happy, Maybe he's a little older. He wants to stop and smell the roses. He's sick of lesbian dial-a-date and all the other great stuff. And,
no, he'll never get he would never get sick of that.
Well, he kept telling me, he goes, like in all his friends, he would always go, don't ever get married. Like, I was dating a girl for a little while, and he's like, don't get married. You'll screw everything up for yourself. And I'm like, okay, I kept up my end of the bargain. I started doing heroin and lost my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And a month later, he's getting married. Kind of a scumbag, is he?
Yeah, well, did he tell you don't do heroin also?
No, he said, don't get married, do heroin, and if you get into a 3-way with your girlfriend, keep it white.
What does that mean, by the way?
It's just a dumb thing.
Oh.
Is that right? Really, that's... that should be a bumper sticker.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Now, will you be involved in the planning of the bachelor party? Because it seems like a great undertaking to plan Howard Stern's bachelor party.
Not really that hard. Just call Scores and say we're coming over.
Yeah. But don't you feel like you have to do something extra special?
No. Like, what? I mean, the guy's got so much money. What are you going to do to impress him? Like, we got a limo, Howard.
Yeah.
Guess what, Howard? We got a bus with a bar on it. Really hard. I'll be in my private jet.
That's funny stuff, man. You were on fire. Dude, you made the show proud. I know there's a lot of pressure when you do that shit, but that was good.
The other great thing about it is, I mean, again, clearly everybody, even as the guest who came on after me and his friends, they have Sirius, and I don't know. I've yet to meet someone who doesn't have Sirius lately. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
And they all, I mean, like the kid who was on after me, he was some actor, and he's like, yeah, me and my buddies can't live without it.
Yeah, it's great.
You know.
Oh,
so,
you don't... What actor was it?
Oh, God. He was so nice to me, too. Brian Greenberg. He's on a show called October Sky or Road or something.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
There's more stuff if you want to hear the whole thing.
Okay. I didn't know. You keep stopping. I don't know if it's the end.
I have it in clips.
I see.
If you want me to continue, I don't know. Is it too much? All right. Okay.
Does your mom listen to the show? Because I hear you talk about her a lot.
Yeah, I tell her not to, but she always listens.
She always listens?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Do you have that in your head, knowing that she's
listening? Sometimes. It's really, well, the fans they're really nice, but Howard Stern fans have this thing where they'll come up to you on the street because they hate you and they love you, you know. This has happened to me. You're walking down the street in 6th Avenue, and they go, dude, you're a fat loser, you suck, you're ugly, you're an alcoholic, you're a lousy gambler, you're a loser, you're going to die soon. Can I take a picture with you, Art?
Yeah, there is an interesting dynamic there.
And I do this other thing I do on the show. I do this wah thing.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I started out doing it. People really had a legitimate reason to be sad. Like a girl came in. She was we had an amputee beauty pageant once. You know, this ain't The View. It's the Howard Stern Show. So, a girl comes in. She got a sad story about being an amputee, and I just went, wah. I got one leg, wah. And it was good for a little while, but I created a monster.
Yeah.
And they do it to me all over the place. And if I ever die, my mother will be at the funeral, and you guys will show up and go, wah, my fat son died, wah.
I can't imagine you ever dying.
Wow, my fat son got a hold of some bad coke. Can my kid get a picture with you, Mrs. Lang?
You envision yourself dying before your mother passes away?
I hope not.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be bad. It's tough going to your kid's funeral, you know. It really is.
I would think so, yeah.
Two most depressing times I ever had was I went to my buddy's kid's funeral, and I went to a Met Red game.
Really? In that order?
The 1987 Mets-Reds game.
How did it end? What was the score? Do you remember?
We left. I don't know.
You left.
So boring.
Yeah, you have trouble making it 2 games and staying for the whole thing.
Hey, man, he was on fire. Was he not? Or am I making that up? I thought that was one of the best talk show appearances I've ever seen from anyone.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know. You were rolling, dude.
Thank you.
Now, you're probably all burnt out for today's show, but I'm kidding.
That was Friday.
Let's see. He has a little more.
All right.
This is the last part if you want to hear it.
No, leave us waiting. We'll have to wait for the
I'm
sequel.
using you as because I've heard it already.
I haven't heard a thing. I'm hanging in there.
All right.
He's got a laundry list of plugs, too.
Oh, my God. Artie, you kidding?
I didn't know they were going to do all those stand-up dates.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Artie. I believe that is one of the best performances I've ever seen on a talk show, bar none. Honestly, and I know how difficult that is.
And I appreciate you calling me. That was really very nice.
Yes, it was
and if you
spectacular.
Not to play back the whole Jimmy Kimmel show, but first of all, this actor who followed me was dating one of the hottest broads I've ever seen in my life, and she used to work with Beth at G4. And, I mean, that must be the hot chick channel.
Yeah.
Because she was, she's in Beth's league. I mean, she's hot as hell. And he comes out and he just says how much of a fan he is of this. He brought me Jack Daniels.
Wow.
And
He's a fan.
He goes, I listen every morning, and, so that's good to hear, too,
Sure.
Anyway, no, it was a great appearance. Let's go to Mike. Let's say good morning to a few people. We have a lot to get to. I mean, I got a laundry list.
I was hobnobbing with the stars, too.
Oh, wait. Let Mike go, and then we'll hear from Robin hobnobbing. Mike, go ahead. You're on the air in Rochester.
What stars was I with there?
You and Jimmy were the big stars.
Let's go, Mike.
You're out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right.
How's it going, Howard?
Hey, now. What's up, brother?
Great talking to you. Thanks for taking my phone call. Artie, I wanted to find out what you thought about that musical guest show, The Feelings.
The what?
At the end, I don't know, some English band was the band on the show, and I don't know. The song they played wasn't rocking enough for me. I don't know. I didn't get it.
The Feelings?
The Feelings was the name of the band.
Oh, Mike, what, did you like them or something?
No, I didn't. I actually kept hearing in my voice Gilbert saying, "What are you, a homo?" No.
Mark, you're on the air.
Wow, Artie killed. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Artie, great stuff.
Yeah.
Couple of cocktails working a little blue over there at Jimmy Kimmel.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that when you go onto network television and all of a sudden you have to restrict your language? It's
awful.
like, what the hell do I say here?
It's awful.
And I haven't heard Artie speak in that format in so long. You're kind of worrying about what they're going to bleep or if Jimmy's in a panic or what.
Yeah, well, he did a great job.
I really just wanted to say I was getting a blowjob.
Right.
You can't do that.
You know what? In the way it worked, though, it was really funny to hear you dance around that whole thing. You did well.
Terrific. Howard, you guys are doing great work, man. Last week might have been, after 30 years in the business, somehow you're improving every week, your whole gang.
Oh, good. Well, great. We're trying our best and trying to make the shows good for you, and we appreciate you being with us.
I just said that because I don't even remember who said to me this weekend that Artie seems to be unleashed on satellite. He just recognized how funny Artie became once we had these restrictions lifted.
Right. All right. Thank you.
You got it.
All right. Take care, Mark. That's Mark checking in with us. Yes, Lenny.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Mega dildos.
Schmega Megas.
Hey, and great appearance, Artie, and even more major kudos for actually showing up on Monday. One Jackie appearance and you don't take any days off. But you did a great job, buddy.
He lit a fire under my ass, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Got very threatened.
Hey, Howard, how great was it? Another bomb for Chris Rock at the movies. I mean, when are these people going to realize he's a great stand-up comedian, but he may as well be Ben Affleck when it comes to the leading man. Nobody wants to pay to see this guy.
How much did that movie
Well, you know,
make?
Beth walked into me. Beth walked into me this morning and said, she was reading the paper ahead of me, and she said, what do you think Chris Rock's film made?
Uh-huh.
We played that game. I said, I'm going to guess $6 million.
Wow.
Ooh.
And she said 5.7.
Yeah, 5.7. So you're pretty much right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to bum Chris out when he was here. I love Chris Rock. Chris Rock's a great comic, but when it
One
comes
of the best appearances here.
Oh, yeah, he was great here.
So you'll never hear me badmouth Chris, but when it comes to a film career, I wish he would sit down with me. I mean, it's very pompous and arrogant of me to say this, but, you know, sometimes you think you know what's good for somebody, and, you know, Chris has got an unusual position. He's a brilliant stand-up comedian, you know? Yep. But, you know, I don't think kids would go see this movie, and...
I don't think it was made for kids.
No, it wasn't made for kids, but it wasn't made for a big box office weekend, and maybe Chris didn't care about that. Not that everything should be geared toward, you know, commercial triumph, but...
Was he making a little movie, a little... I
don't think this was a little... I don't know. It just... I don't know what happens with him, but... I think you hit it on the head. Him as the romantic leading man
just doesn't play.
Yeah, it's a tough sell to an audience.
I was talking to Artie about it after his appearance, and I said he's too smart to play the dumb comedic role.
Right.
And, you know, just he doesn't have that. You know, Eddie Murphy changed himself into this sort of family-oriented entertainer, and I don't think Chris has figured out how to do that for himself.
Right.
Hey,
well,
Howard,
because he doesn't want to be that, but yet that's what sells. Yeah.
Yeah, you should give yourself a little more credit, too. You didn't pat yourself in the back. You know, the 10-year anniversary of Private Parts. You remember, what was it? It opened at 15.9?
Yeah.
But, you know, one thing that you also have to remember, didn't they move the opening of one of those crappy Star Wars movies because they didn't want to open the same week as yours? That's how much influence you had even back then. And two quick things while I have you on the line.
My movie did well enough that I've been offered to do other movies, but it was #1 at the box office, but it wasn't the blockbuster $100 million film. But all said and done, Hollywood made $80 million off the thing, you know, with the DVDs and all that crap. So
well, look, if you open a movie at $15 million, you're getting to work again,
That's a good
no matter what.
And especially, you know, that was a few years ago. That was 10 years ago.
Especially if it's your first film.
Well, Ivan Reitman explained to me that if you make a $100 million film, then you get a certain level of script. Then if you make a $50 million, you know, it's like it's all contingent upon that. But you know, I kind of saw it as like Private Parts was my first venture. I mean, you look at Adam Sandler's career; it's built every movie. Every movie went up and up and up. And I when I was really into the idea of making more movies, I said my next movie, because Private Parts was good, will double whatever it did, and then I'll be on my way as long as I pick good projects. Problem is, here it is 10 years later. I just read another script I was offered this weekend. And it was a great idea for a film, and then you read the thing, and it's just not good. It's not funny.
Is this the final, or is it a work in progress? Or?
I don't know. You know what? I guess it's meant as a final, but you could change it around. But I don't, you know.
You don't want to do that?
I don't want to change it around. I mean, it's just a good idea that doesn't go anywhere.
You know, it's weird. This guy, a friend of mine, well, actually, Norm Macdonald, Milos Forman, the guy who directed Cuckoo's Nest, for some reason loves Norm, and he's put him in a couple of movies.
Right.
And so Norm talked to him a couple times extensively. I mean, again, he did Hair, Cuckoo's Nest, like this amazing director. And he said, he goes, nobody buys scripts anymore. Nobody buys scripts for movies. They buy ideas for movies. Right. He goes, my fucking third-grade nephew has an idea for a movie.
Right.
You know,
it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah. They buy an idea, and then they got to execute it. And it used to be, I guess, in the 70s, in that heyday, you had to have a full script that was great.
Of course.
You know.
And guys would labor over it for years. Jay in Austin, Texas, you're on the air.
Hey, now, Howard, how's it going?
Hey, now.
Hey, my buddy went and seen that Chris Rock movie this weekend. He said it was a great movie. But my whole question was, before we get to Robin talking about her seeing Telly Savalas this weekend, I was trying to find out why the Chris Rock interview hasn't been on Howard TV yet.
I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe Doug will come in and answer that. Why isn't the Chris Rock interview on Howard TV yet? I'll get the answer for you ASAP. Yeah, that was a good interview that everyone liked. Sal, you're on the air in Lodi, New Jersey.
Hey, now.
Yeah, you know.
Artie did a great job on Kimmel. But I know they say TV adds weight to you, but my God, is he that big in person?
Artie's gained a few pounds, you know.
You look like Jabba the Hutt wearing a Yankee jacket.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody's worried about Artie's weight. I mean, you know, I mean, even you are to an extent. You always, in every one of your appearances, you always talk about you dying young, dying young, dying young.
Why do you? Yeah, you're almost fixated on death.
You're kind of accepting your death already.
The 8 websites that predicted her fixated on it too.
But it's almost like you accept it, like that's part of your persona to say I'm going to die young.
I know, but I'm not that accepting of it. I want to get older.
Well, I thought you had gotten enthusiastic about the contest for a second last week.
I did, and believe me, start April, I'm going to get into this thing.
I hope so. Love you, Artie. Don't die soon.
You know the Yes song? I didn't know the name of this song, Your Move. It's a huge hit.
Your Move?
The band Yes. Your Move. Now's the time for...
I didn't know that was the name of the song.
Me neither, because Gary goes, Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades made a remake of Your Move by Yes. I said, I don't know that song. He goes, yes, you do. Yeah, I mean, yes, you do. So, anyway, the reason they sent it to me is, I didn't know this. If you listen to the words, it's about chess.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. Tommy Shaw said so from Styx.
He would know.
Did you ever think about that? I mean, I never listened to the words.
I haven't listened to it in a long time. I might have known that at one time. Now that you're saying that, sort of sounds familiar.
I had a friend who swore that in high school, and we all thought he was bullshitting.
He swore that it was about chess?
He said, it's about chess. Listen to it. And he said his father played chess. We didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
You know what else I learned? Hot for Teachers, about a teacher who's really hot.
Yeah.
Now, who told you that?
David Lee Roth.
That thing about Van Halen songs, they're usually straightforward.
I heard they put a whole album out of covers.
Tommy
that
Shaw.
were really good.
From Styx.
Yeah.
With a guy, Jack Blades, from... I don't know where he's from. Forget.
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger. They had that one good song, Night Ranger.
What was that?
What's that song, Gary?
Sister Christian.
Sister Christian, is that you?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong band. What's the one that... Wasn't it Night Ranger? What is Sister Christian?
Sister Christian, don't you...
No. See,
motorway.
That's not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of some other band. Something Ranger.
Oh, something Ranger. Yeah, that sounds familiar to me, too. Who else is Ranger?
That's Night Ranger?
This is Night Ranger.
I'm not thinking of this song.
And I don't really think that song
What's it? And oh, yes, it is. What do you mean?
I think it's a metaphor, Robin. It's a metaphor.
But they're using chess.
But it's a metaphor. It's not literal.
Yeah, but it's chess, Fred.
I don't know, guys.
You know what song I'm thinking about? Not Night Ranger. What was that band that came in? It was one of my favorite songs.
Ranger.
And the last gleaming.
Fuck. Red Rider.
Red Rider. That's it.
Hold on.
That doesn't have a Ranger in it.
I know. I don't know. Red Rider.
Well, Ranger, Rider. You know,
all the same.
That's a good song. And the last gleaming. You like that song, Artie?
What song is that?
Fred, no.
Lunatic Fringe.
Lunatic Fringe.
Lunatic Fringe. Yeah, I do like that.
And the Fred knows. Fred knows my shorty.
I don't know what you're singing.
They play Lunatic Fringe quite a bit on classic.
It's like one of the, I think, the only song Red Rider ever had.
Yeah, it's a real good song, too.
But it's a great song.
Yeah, you'll know it immediately, Robin. It's like a big...
And it's not about chess.
It is about chess, only it's not literal.
Right. We know that the chess is a metaphor for life, but yet they are using chess expressions, Fred. That's what we're saying,
guys.
That Night Ranger song, though, reminds me of... you guys ever see Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch a movie about a guy with a big cock.
It's really...
Sorry.
It's funny. It's like a real funny, look at that life, the porn life. And there's
How bizarre it is.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Can't believe the tirade you unleashed on George Lucas.
Hey, man, he messed up my Star Wars. 3 in a row he fucked up.
Well, he's responsible for giving it to you.
The last one was good.
You didn't say that at the time.
I did
you?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what is good, though? I got to mention this. Artie gave me for my engagement James Bond, the new movie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Is that a great movie? Yeah. And boy, this guy's better than any James Bond in the past.
I told you that. He is a great actor.
Yeah, I agree.
Great James Bond. I knew it the moment they selected him. He was going to be good.
Really? What else has he done? You knew him from other stuff?
He did a bunch of small movies. He was in Munich. But no, Artie hadn't seen that by the time but he did this movie called Mother that is just absolutely amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not only was the guy good, but the movie was well written, too.
Okay, how about that chase sequence in the beginning?
Great.
With the guy, I mean, isn't that so weird?
It's so great.
When that guy's chasing, the first time that guy jumps onto one of those rafters and starts climbing. Because how do you can't, trick screen that shit.
Right,
like, that guy really had to climb that fucking
it was a great movie. I recommend it to anybody.
He also did a movie called Layer Cake that you might want to pick up and take a look at.
Well, he's great in this. I bet he made him, because that was a huge hit. He's going to be a millionaire now from these movies.
Oh, yeah, he's got a few of those in him,
They would keep writing him that way. Not only was he good, but the movie was well written.
Well, they went back to a more serious treatment of James Bond and made him more of a spy again instead of all of this, just running around with gadgets and stuff.
And it's a good love story. They gave it some depth. It was very well done.
How about the chick who you see on the horse first?
Yeah, very hot chick.
Man, she's sexy.
They always have hot chicks in the James Bond movies. Let me get Lisa G in here. She's following some of the Howard 100 news stories for the day, and she'll tell us what's going on, give us a briefing.
Hey, that show on Demand about Bubba's wedding is fucking hysterical. Watching Artie put that life jacket on, and it's good to see you guys acting like normal people with the cameras, you know what I mean, and going on with your routine.
Well, people really like that, I guess.
Yeah, no, I knew they would. I knew the fans would like that special, the Bubba wedding special that Howard TV just put together. Not the footage that we just put out there, right after the wedding. I'm talking about the special. I knew you would like that because it's well produced and.
No, I'm just saying you weren't real enthusiastic about the cameras and the plane and stuff like that. And it turns out
it turned out to be good.
What people really wanted to see.
It's like we're being there with you, kind of. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We should probably do the next time we do something, allow a lot of camera access. It might be really kind of interesting.
What's up with Ralph? Why is he trying to be like you? I was watching him when you guys were having your birthday dinner. He's like trying to fucking be a mini-me of you.
I'm his hero.
He's a fucking faggot.
Well, listen, you know, he worships me. What can you do? You know, it's kind of flattering.
I worship you, too, but I don't walk around trying to fucking be you.
Yeah, no. I'm starting my own cult of people who want to be me. All right, thank you.
They're Howard Stern impersonators.
Oh, Ralph Kvells, because when we go out somewhere, people think he's my brother, and some people think he's me.
I saw Roddy in Boston 2 weeks ago, right? He's talking about that one broad that was married that ran up on stage. That fucking show was filled with 80% hot women and 20% truck driver guys. So I don't know why he was dwelling on that one broad when he had a whole fucking room full of them.
I don't know. I didn't see that, man. 80-20 sounds a little high, but
no.
Boston's got a lot of hot chicks in it, man.
All right, let's go to Jack finally, then we'll get right to Sphinctionary, see if we can't get that right. Let's go to Jack.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, Howard. Been listening to 18 years. Got 3 serious. Love you.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, that fat fuck Artie. It's the Whiskey Talking. I bought Beer League. I went down to his appearance on Saturday, and the manager says, no, he canceled at the last minute.
Oh, really?
Sir, honestly, I'm glad you called because I want to apologize personally. That had nothing to do with me. One company puts out, it's the Whiskey Talking, one company put out Beer League, and the two are acting like fucking third graders right now, and that's why it was canceled. It was executives acting like pricks.
Whoa. Wait, give me more of an explanation. What happened here?
One company, Image distributes, it's the Whiskey Talking, okay? That's the name of the company. Echo Bridge distributes Beer League.
Okay.
All right, so at my signings now, I have both of them there. So I'll sign it. So there was a squabble over one thought they weren't being represented enough, one thought they weren't being represented on this angle, one thought there wasn't enough beer leagues, one thought there wasn't enough It's the Whiskey. They got into a fucking immature argument, and these guys who I promised to go suffer, I suffer, and...
Why didn't you just go anyway?
Well, because there wasn't any product there to sign.
Well,
I say bullshit. 5 minutes ago, he was saying he drank a whole craft of whiskey on Friday night.
No, you know what?
Artie would show up.
I've never canceled a signing before, man. It was.
What, are you getting too big for your britches, Artie?
I love you.
No, dude, believe me, the fact that you bought those things, I feel like I owe you money. I love you, but it was they canceled the fucking signing, and I was livid about it, and I'm sorry.
That is childish.
It will never happen again because I took care of it, I think.
Artie just couldn't get out of bed. That was all.
Maybe he's fucking a whore. All right, thank you, Pete.
I wish that was the case.
Go ahead, Pete.
Artie, boy, lose the weight. Anyway, Bubba on Fridays, pure genius. I'm loving it, Howard.
Good. Yeah, we have Bubba on. We also have Master Tape Theater. So we make sure that you have both ends covered. A live show.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah. I'm starting to talk like Bubba. It's driving me crazy, man. He's got all these freaking words.
Bubba's a great talent, and we're lucky to have him here. And he's now doing Friday mornings as well. So
I'm going into the Bubba world this weekend.
Oh, that's right. You're going down there.
I'll probably be on the show Thursday and maybe even Friday morning if I can get my fat ass out of bed.
Unless there's a big battle over you. I like that these companies are fighting over you. Now, as a result, neither one got any promotion.
No, they really fucked themselves over, and it makes me look like shit. And no, it was not that they're fighting over it. It's just they both feel like, oh, we want to be represented the most, and it's just dumb.
Well, why can't they switch off?
Because I requested that, why make the fans make 2 trips?
No. What I'm saying is, they each handle each event. Every event is, an Artie event, and sometimes Beer League will be more prominent.
No, here's the problem.
They haven't
yet. Whiskey's Talking.
Here's the problem.
They can't agree on.
Here's the problem. So one company pays some money for Artie to appear, and another company pays some money for Artie to appear, and then they feel he talks about one project over the other, and they get pissed off that they're helping to pay for the other's promotion.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what happened.
Right.
That, all right, this promotion is mostly our promotion, that promotion is mostly their promotion.
They don't want to hear that. They just want to know that their product is being promoted.
Actually, what Howard just said is exactly what happened.
But
that happens here.
Babyish.
And when we first got here...
I agree, Robin. It's horrible.
Well, he's got to understand, too, in business. Like, when we first got here, Howard TV and Sirius were going at it with each other.
Right.
And now they cooperate with each other because they see they each do stuff for each other. No one
hurts. Some synergy here.
But there was this feeling that one would hurt the other. And it hasn't. It hasn't done that at all. So, these guys, if you put up money, if you put up some serious money for something, you don't want to hear about some other fucking company. You want to hear about your company.
But there's only one Artie. They can't tear him apart.
They don't care. Bob Levy stopped by, too. He's coming in. Him and Artie have some big show.
Is this the Lakeland, Florida thing?
This is actually the one time because of Bubba getting real behind us and everything. This is really like, if you love the Stern Show, this is like the Stern Show musical. It's me, Bob, it's Sal, it's Richard, it's Gary Dell'Abate, it's Bubba and Brent, and we're all going to go down there. It's Shuli.
There's a lot of pressure over that. See, I hear about this stuff way later.
Yeah.
But it's like, where's Levy? Bring him in. So here's the deal. Artie and Levy are playing this theater down in Tampa.
Lakeland Theater.
Which is huge. It's like 4,300 seats, and if you sell those out, they'll even open up more.
Really?
And, for Bob, this is like the Super Bowl because he's hard up for money.
Oh, my God.
And I think Artie gives him a percentage of the gate. Is that right?
Whatever falls out of his pocket when he's drunk, basically.
Levy.
How do you work are you the guy in charge of paying everyone?
No, Bob is. Bob
is the promoter?
You see, a lot of people don't know that because, like Gary says to me, Gary goes, I'm not complaining at all. He goes, I want to go down there just to hang out. He goes, but I'm going down. And then Richard Christie came in and Sal, and they were like, yeah, we're going down. Richard goes, yeah, I hope I have enough money to pay for my plane.
Oh,
and then,
he's
wait. Okay. So he goes, I go, how do you guys work out this pay? Gary goes, well, this one's a little weird because we don't know what we're getting paid, but we trust Artie, and Artie's, Artie always takes care of us.
They think it's Artie.
They think it's Artie.
Well, no, in a way, I might have misspoken. What happens is Bob organizes it all, because I'm not great at that, and I'm busy working on the show all week, and Bob isn't here all week. So Bob comes to me and says, at the end, he goes, here's what we made. What do you want to give everybody? So I do make that decision.
So you are the guy who makes it.
But Bob's in charge of actually doling out the money, and I try to be as fair as I can. It's very difficult,
So
but certainly everybody's plane ride is paid.
No, that's what it is. Yeah. I mean, like, everybody's plane, they get reimbursed for the plane tickets, and then they get paid. So
But wait a minute, you're reimbursing them. You're not paying them right up front. You're not buying the ticket.
No, they get their own ticket because you can't buy like 10 tickets. That's a pain in the ass.
No,
I'm not going to fucking waste
night.
my time. Yeah, they'll get paid.
My point is, Richard's saying, I hope I can pay for my plane ticket. Maybe he can't even afford to get
No,
it.
he already got one. He got one.
He just didn't know.
He's just a dopey fucking hillbilly. He doesn't understand what's going on. That's the problem.
So this is a big deal to Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Levy worked out a great deal where we get a big chunk of the door with this. So it could be potentially a big score, Right. Some of these gigs feel like scores, because... you feel like the Jesse James of dick jokes. You say something, you get the cash and throw it in the trunk.
There you go.
Bob could really pay, this could cover about half a year's bills for Levy.
It would be fucking great. I can go home and tell the wife.
Levy's been talking about this gig for months. Like, Lakeland, we got to sell that Lakeland.
Yeah, this is a big one for Levy. So if you're really going to go to a gig, this is the one to go to.
Yeah, try to get to Lakeland under any circumstances.
Yeah, Bob Levy needs you to get there.
It's going to be a great time.
So what's the lineup? You?
Oh, it's me.
Are you going to eat girls' asses? Or?
No, I don't do that in audio. I'll do it backstage or something.
Right.
Backstage?
If they wander back there, fuck them.
Well, Bob's like every comedian. He's always like, also, I got to put together 5 minutes for Conan for clean. Not that Conan's invited him on.
But but just in case. I did send the tapes to them once. It was a filthy tape.
Right.
And I just wrote on it, can be cleaned up. I haven't heard from them.
Bob told me that, and I was like, what did you do?
People tell me stories about Bob, and I can almost not believe them, But Howard TV will be down there covering the weekend in Florida for a big special with the guys. And
I didn't know that. Yeah. So it's gonna be a crazy time.
It really is, because working with him, he's fucking insane.
Who, Artie? Tommy, you're on the air in Monroe, New Jersey.
New York, close enough, Howard.
Okay, it says Monroe, New Jersey, but go ahead.
Hey, Howard, I feel like you're really holding back on your real feelings about Artie.
How so?
I don't know. I just feel like you're, you treat him good. You treat everybody there on the show good. And Artie, I mean, this show has catapulted you to a whole new level.
So what?
Really new level. And I feel like he's just waiting, biding his time until he finds something better.
Well, listen, I don't get that feeling at all. I think that Artie is a great addition to the show. And that
Artie's the best.
What feelings? But you said I'm hiding my true feelings from Artie.
I don't know. I feel like you are really biting your tongue on this issue.
On what issue?
On Artie leaving the show.
Artie's not leaving the show. Why are you saying that?
What do you think Howard should be saying?
What should I... Tell me what to say, and I'll see if I agree.
Howard, you are one of the best. You're the best person at analyzing the situation. This is pretty obvious
that whenever Artie could get the chance, that he is gone. He is completely
Well, wait a second. Are you referring to the fact that Artie one day would like to do a sitcom?
Correct.
Well, that's his dream in life. If it should happen and it's exciting for him, why would I? What do you mean I'm hiding my true feelings? I would never want to be the guy to say to Artie, you can't go, and nor would he put up with that. You got to go back in history. Artie and I have a nice thing. Artie used to be a guest on my show. What would happen is Norm Macdonald would come on, and he'd show up with a guy named Artie Lang. I didn't really know Artie's work. I'd heard, he was on Mad TV. He had credentials. He was on.
Howard, you don't have to go over the history. I know the history.
No, but Artie being on the show for me is a gift. I have Artie here. Artie wants to live in New Jersey. He doesn't want to live out in L.A. He felt it was destructive to his life. He likes having this gig. It's been pretty good here at Satellite with the 4-day week.
And anybody else on the show, you would have killed him by now.
No, I wouldn't. If Robin came to me tomorrow.
I have a soft spot for Artie. Okay? I
love Artie, but I love Robin and Fred and Benji. I mean, if
when it comes to Artie, though, I don't know what it is. Maybe like a...
Why am I arguing with this guy? He's not making a point. What am I not saying?
What is it he should be saying?
Robin.
I think this is Artie's dealer.
All the people that he has killed through the years, okay? If this was Jackie...
What would I say to Jackie?
You would be relentless about it.
Well, tell us the words. I don't know what you're looking for.
I don't know the exact words.
What is it you think my attitude should be toward Artie?
I just feel you should be a little bit more open on your true feeling.
I'm giving you my true feeling.
All right, sir. Is Howard angry? Let's get to it. Is Howard angry?
Honestly, I feel that he definitely is a little bit taken back by Artie.
He's taken
aback, but he hasn't done anything. He shows up for work every day. Why am I taken aback? If Artie says to me tomorrow he's leaving, I'll check in with you and let you know my feelings.
It's a great reality show. Why don't you cut your losses right now, get rid of Artie right now, and let's track him and see.
Artie tracker.
Let's track him for a few.
But why should we get rid of him? He enjoys being here.
We're letting Artie loose.
You know what? Maybe because I'm hurt, because I love Artie.
Well, maybe you're having feelings.
Right.
No.
Artie's not leaving.
Howard, if he gets the chance, you know very well.
Sir, I've had plenty of chances to leave this show, and believe me, no one appreciates being here more than I. And from the beginning, I was honest with Howard about the situation.
I'm not so sure you do. I'm not so sure you do appreciate it.
I think a lot of people, just because I signed like a deal at Fox, feel I'm dissing the show. They feel like that alone is a disrespectful thing. And look, if you feel that way, I can't help it. But that certainly doesn't mean I'm definitely leaving. And it's a good amount of money. I mean,
I don't have those feelings. I really don't, sir.
Is Howard supposed to come to me and say, don't make all this money?
Yeah.
I just feel you are loyal to a fault to everybody that's been with you. And for Artie, I don't know what the hell it is about.
You mean I should fire Artie because he has dreams?
Not fire him. Okay, I'm going a little bit overboard with that. But
I should be angry with Artie because he has aspirations?
And I don't have one complaint with how Howard's treated me at all. It's not even...
Well, according to him, you should have no complaint. It's Howard.
Well, you're right about that. I don't have any complaints.
I'm not a possessive guy. I mean, I love Artie, and I'd love to have Artie stay with the show as long as Artie wants to be with the show. That's my attitude.
If Artie's not happy, should Artie stay?
You have to passive-aggressive... I don't know.
Passive-aggressive? What's passive-aggressive about that?
It's so weird with Artie.
I got to get out of this conversation. It's so fucked up.
Ridiculous.
Maybe you two should get engaged to show that you're going to stay.
I don't know. Augie, go ahead real quick.
People are very protective of this show.
Yeah, they are. Totally.
And they take anything as
But can Howard's actual reaction be his reaction?
Just wanted to comment on that caller that made a comment about you being mad at Jackie and not at Artie for leaving. Artie was up front about it months ago. Jackie would have held out to the last day.
I'm not mad at Jackie at all, quite frankly.
I know you're not mad at Jackie if the tables were turned.
The fact of the matter is Jackie put up enormous demands, and they weren't met. And it was because I finally was willing to let go of the idea of Jackie being on the show. I mean, management came to me and said, look, we think we're being very fair. And they told me amounts, and I think they were being fair. And I mean, I didn't even want to be in that position. I don't want to know what Jackie makes. To this day, I don't know what Robin makes. I don't. That's none of my business what Robin makes. I don't want to be put in that position.
How much you make?
To tell whether what Robin should make. Well, who the fuck am I?
Well,
I say she should get $10 billion if she can get it.
I'm going back in.
You're damn right. And I said that to Jackie. If you can get $10 billion, fine, but don't be a schmuck about it. If you're you got to know your own value. And he was a wise ass. He knows he should have taken that deal because he called up months later and said he would take the deal.
Well, he took the joke hunt deal, so.
That's right. Well, he's making $35,000 a minute on the joke hunt.
You know?
Artie even says every road comic who works dirty is always coming up to him going, I'm putting together 5 minutes for Conan. I'm putting together 5 minutes for Letterman.
You see what people do on the show.
Right, Artie? Tell Bob.
I got it.
Some of them do.
I got family shit I can talk about. I can work. I'm going to do the kid angle and family being married shit. I'll do that.
Why don't you just do that on stage one night?
Because they'll throw fucking bottles at me.
Well, you want to know the truth? Bob did try it one night. Yeah. Within 2 seconds, he started eating ass on the stage. The crowd turned on him.
Yeah, you got to be crazy.
He's a funny comic, but he needs to work dirty.
That's my thing. I love to work dirty. That's what I love to do.
You take the F-bombs out of Chris Rock's routine and you don't have
Exactly. He'd be eating ass, too.
Well, you heard Chris Rock on our show. He said he ain't taking the N-word out of his act.
Exactly. You can't. You got to do what you do to make you funny. I mean, clean is hard. Clean is harder.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
It seems like the 70s was such a unique time, moment in history where not only were there great artists, but the timing was great. Like the original cast of Saturday Night Live. The timing was perfect. I
know what you mean.
And they were great.
Music was like Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Zeppelin.
And even
Zeppelin. And,
even like the Ramones. There's a bunch of bands now trying to get the Ramones sound going.
Even some of those bands have that punk kind of feeling
and
to them.
It seems like
maybe it's just that we're getting older, though. Maybe music is as good.
You might be right, but it just seemed like the timing was so perfect for a bunch of different pieces of entertainment in the 70s.
Well,
and people are trying to get it back.
This smacks of an because American music has become all Justin Timberlake and Fergie.
Right.
We fagged out.
Yeah, they're
totally
going in a, sort of a more musical direction at least.
Yeah, no, it's a good stuff.
Did you bet basketball this weekend?
I didn't. I was in L.A. running around and didn't get a chance to bet. I hardly watched any games.
But are you still no gambling?
I still have. I've still stayed true to that. Yeah.
Nice.
But hey.
Good for you. New Chris Rock film, I Think I Love My Wife, made $5.7 million at the box office in its opening.
You think? Beth said to me, "You think Chris was embarrassed by that?" I said, "I don't know. Chris is a weird guy. He doesn't."
You don't get embarrassed anymore.
No.
Or at least he doesn't let you... I'm sure it hurts him. You work so hard on a movie, but the great thing about him is it's a good lesson in showbiz. Never let him see you sweat. He always looks confident,
Well, here's Chris talking about his role as actor, director, producer, and screenwriter.
That never works out. I try to tell Chris that. He doesn't listen to me.
I don't know if it were any surprise, because this one I really thought out. Every step of the way, I knew every page upside down, inside out. So even when we had, little problems on the set, which...
Directors are so brilliant at what they do that, like an Ivan Reitman.
It's almost an insult that everybody thinks they can do it.
It's so hard. It's a director's medium film.
Well, a lot of people think, well, you get a director of photography, he shoots, and then you edit it together. It's such an art to get it right. I mean... I told you that story real quick on Private Parts, how Ivan could look at a scene and go, when you first walk on in that scene where you're going to college, you're not getting a laugh there. He says, I bet you if I take an alternate take where you're looking up as opposed to looking down, you'll get the laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it, and we got a big laugh. I mean,
plus, even though you have a script, what actually becomes the movie depends on the footage.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chris. Chris is such a good guy and such a super talent, but, it's a very difficult thing to direct yourself. I mean, it's a little bit...
Especially when, you don't really make movies.
Right.
It's amazing, too, that, though, he's another guy who's Teflon. Even when a review bashes him, they always have to bring up how great of a stand-up he is.
Right. They have to pay tribute to that.
Right.
Yeah, because he's brilliant. But these movies, he's got to, he's got to be a little more collaborative, I think.